The best holiday ever is officially underway at Bloomingdale's, where you'll discover the most exciting and unique gifts around. The kind of presents that you can't wait to give because they're just that good. So no matter whom you're shopping for, even your sister who has practically everything, you'll find hundreds of picks that deliver on the promise of the best holiday ever right now at Bloomingdale's.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hi, I'm Brian. I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark Christmas movies. I almost said I love them. This is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Okay.
Drink a rough one.
It was.
Drink, yeah.
You got so caught up in the song. Sorry, I just had a big meal, man. I'm trying my best. Yeah, well, but at least that's right. We have the opposite problem. Brand's catatonic. We're like out of the box.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, boy.
How are we? Merry Christmas to you and Yorn. The first full
boy
Hallmark
You
Christmas
say Merry
weekend.
Christmas to Yorn. You've been on the outs with him for a long time.
I'm trying.
You're trying to mend fences
If you
with Yorn?
can't let bygones be bygones during the holiday
That's right.
season, when can he do it? So yeah, did Yorn try to break into my house multiple times? Yes.
Yeah.
Have I had to file a restraining order on Yorn? Yes. But you know what? It's a new holiday season, new me.
New Yorn.
Merry Christmas to you and
to
Yorn.
Unbelievable.
It's his season.
He's the worst, I will say. Like,
He sounds terrible.
Yorn's not
everybody
great.
knows it. Everybody knows it.
true.
But Yorn did text me a couple of days ago, and he wanted to know how your weekend was. So Dan
He is the worst.
Dan, how was your weekend?
You don't have
Can
to
I tell
answer
you
that.
what
Tell me
I
the
don't
real-
do?
tell me the real
I'm not
honest
talking-
truth.
I'm not talking to Yorn. What I am going to tell you is that having Halloween on a Tuesday it's just not fair.
Yeah, really.
We should make it a different day of the week, because what happens is
I agree with
you
that.
start doing stuff with your kids on Friday,
Right.
and then it becomes the Halloween marathon.
And then
it's like a new bag
it's
of
like
candy
go
every
back.
night.
It's like go back to school. Also Tuesday night we'll go out again.
That's right.
And I agree. If it falls during the week, other than a Friday, call it off.
Yes,
Let's do it
call
the
it
weekend.
off.
It should be the
Yes.
weekend before.
Yes, Friday before the
Although
day.
it's working out nice for us because it's going to be nice and cold today, which is going to be good.
It is.
For our trick-or-treating
Yeah.
tonight, maybe in the
Our
50s.
4 kids at this point, barring, we'll see.
I doubt it,
maybe.
man. I doubt it.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have the 4 Ninja Turtles. Looks like we may have one. That won't make it.
One
Raphael's
is...
at home.
Raphael's doing his own thing, eating some
right.
As
pizza.
he usually does.
Eating
That's
some
right.
pizza.
Eating some pizza
He
at home.
might wander like 3 houses behind you guys.
Yeah, Rob just gonna bring up the rear.
I can't listen. I can't in good faith. The poor kid. He's just going to be like
You're gonna let him go to the
sad.
house. Like,
Just like I'll go up.
okay,
You
at a
stand out there.
distance. Yeah,
We'll
At least
stand out
two
there.
houses.
commitment by you. But yeah, I will say it's tough because Friday night we did something, because in Greenville there's so many. Boo at the Zoo, the Monster Mash at Fleur Field. There's so many things for your kids to do. The market, Saturday morning market, is all trick or treating, and my kids do it all, and so it's killer. By Tuesday, I'm so burnt out.
Can I tell you something un-Halloween related that I did?
That Greenville. This is Greenville, of course.
This is Greenville. We love that Greenville.
Yeah.
Lots of wonderful things. I made the trek out of that Greenville on Friday, which I'd never
Why would you?
try. I know. I
would
went
you
up
leave?
to Charlotte. Do you remember? I went up to Charlotte. No, not that Charlotte.
Charlie?
Charlotte.
The other.
Don't
Do
call
you
her that.
remember during the marathon we were talking to Ryan and we were talking
do.
about the music that we're listening to,
Yep.
and I shared some people
Yeah.
that I'm listening to. One of the artists that I mentioned was Cody Fry.
Cody Frizz?
Cody Frizz. And Cody Frizz's cousin Cody Fry puts together songs and like adds like awesome orchestra behind it. Cody Fry was in Charlotte with the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra on Friday night. I went up there. I kid you not. One of the most beautiful nights of music I've ever experienced live.
Wow.
There's something about the symphony that really hits at home, and it was just working for me. I teared up multiple times just from the power of music. But even if you're not like a huge Cody Fry fan, which I am a huge Cody Fry fan.
Real musician Cody Fry is getting more play on Deck the Hallmark than.
I just want to say this. He because he had the orchestra play the suite from Harry Potter, and that was magical in and of itself. So it was a great
'cause it's
night.
Harry Potter. It's magical,
And I just want to say,
And not pick a card magical,
my
like
biggest
actual-
takeaway. I had 2 big takeaways.
magic,
One,
you mean?
Big takeaways. One.
Who knew that symphonies were just all over the place? There's like just nonstop symphonies.
Yeah, there's
you hear about like the London Symphony. You hear about all these big symphonies. And I'm just like, how good can Charlotte be? Charlotte's good. Good symphony. Good symphony. And they're doing a thing. Have you heard about this where symphonies are playing? They're playing
the music of a movie.
Yes. And they're doing like Elf in December. And I'm tempted to go up there and check it out.
Bowl for years and years, and now they're trying to take it nationwide.
They're doing it up in the Charlotte.
Yeah, Peace Center did Coco for Halloween.
Yeah.
They're going to do something here at the Peace
Hopefully
Center.
they do Elf. They're doing Elf up there. I was like, I want to see that because Elf's got some good
the
music.
price is so it's one of those things.
I know.
Yeah.
But it was a magical night. Did I miss Greenville? Yes, 100%. I try not to leave as often as possible. This is and this is living.
It is.
That's the thing about it.
That's the part.
Brian, did you do anything over the weekend that wasn't super depressing, like the pictures you sent us?
No, mine was just full on.
Brian got in an empty bar.
Yeah, it was full on depressing. Yeah.
Cool.
I found a bar in the South, where on a football night in the South where nobody was.
Because there are no TVs. That's
because there's
right.
barely any television. So I found I was kind of all by myself.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, it was fun.
Maybe that's what you wanted, though.
Maybe it wasn't bad. The popcorn was good.
They had popcorn?
They had popcorn there.
All right.
Pretty sure I had to pay for it.
So it sounds like 2 out of 3 of us had a great weekend.
Sounds like
a really great weekend. Guys, do you want to talk about Mrs. Christmas?
How about Miss Christmas?
I never know.
Mrs. Christmas. That's
MRS is Mrs. She's betrothed.
Yeah.
MS is just Mrs. Is that how that is?
No, Miss, it just means she's not married.
Miss.
MS is Miss. Miss means she's not married.
Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
So Miss Jackson. So she was not married.
No. She wasn't.
But MRS.
MRS.
Is
Mrs. Miracle, Caroline Ray.
Yes.
Is married to Jesus.
Caroline Ray. Not Carolina.
Ms. is like more respect.
Carolina Ray, don't talk to her.
No, Carolina
she's a
Ray
mess.
wouldn't.
And
Her and Yorn hang out together.
The worst combination.
Can you just get going with this?
October 26, 2023, and it went a little something like this. Let's meet Gail Storm. She's not a meteorologist. Can you believe that?
That's tough.
This is worthless. Or should I say Miss Christmas?
Sure.
Miss Christmas.
Unbetrothed, but still fantastic.
Unbetrothed,
unbetrothed, but untouchable. She is the host of the Holiday Shopping Network. Amanda is her director of operations. She's going on blind dates, accidentally spilling her guts to a strange man named Travis.
Home Shopping Channel, not Home Shopping Network.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
We don't want any pushback.
From the HSN.
The real HSN. We wouldn't.
She spills her guts to a strange man named Travis that she does not have a date with, actually. Gail is at the doctor. We learned that she has a terminal illness and she only has a year or 2 left to live. So she pulls Amanda aside and tells her that she wants to retire. No other information is necessary. Just know that I want to go out on top. So to do that, she wants to take the show on the road and then hand the show over to Amanda. Amanda's very nervous about being in front of the camera. They're getting ready to go on tour, and Travis, who is a travel nurse, shows up. He's going to be going on the tour with her to keep an eye on Gail, day-to-day medical treatment, etc. Gail doesn't want anyone on the tour to know about her diagnosis, so Travis agrees to lie and say that he's one of the network executives' godsons and wants to learn from the best. And who doesn't? When Amanda sees Travis, she's like, WTF, you're that guy. But they hit the road anywho. Gail is looking at a picture of a hottie one night, as you do, all above board though. And she is, apparently she almost married him way back when. His name is James. He's a hunk, but I'm sure we won't see him at all the rest of this movie. Wouldn't you know it though, I was wrong. James shows up immediately at the first event. He says, hello, I'm here. I'm here to take you back, woman. But she's like, not gonna happen, James, oh boy. To help keep up the lie, Gail makes Travis get a Mrs. Christmas makeover complete with haircut and red suits. Gail starts bringing Amanda up on stage as Mrs. Holiday. Miss Holiday. I really have a hard time with that. And Travis, because it's Mr. no matter what. I don't think that's fair. Can we just pick one and stick to it? That's all I'm saying. Why am I Mr. no matter what I do?
It's a patriarchy.
Anywho, He's Mr. Winter. And they're going on stage. They're having a good time. And he's kind of helping her feel more comfortable on stage. They're doing segments and whatnot. It's great. A few days later, James shows back up and gives her a ring. And she's like, thanks again. The answer's still no. And then says this line, and he doesn't follow up with a question. I don't have the time. All right, meanie. Unless you're dying. Really mean thing to say. But Amanda and Travis are having a fun time with each other, playing carnival games, photo boothing it up, and kissing, and then kissing again. But then Amanda stumbles upon a medical kit with all of the information about Gail's diagnosis inside of it. This upsets her. She's mad. Why didn't you tell me? But then she gets over it relatively quickly, actually. Talks with him about it, talks with Gail about it. Everybody's good. James shows up again. And James is like, okay, you didn't go for just getting together again. You didn't go for the ring. Try this one on for size, Gail. I have created something called a pop-up Christmas tree. You want to know what that is? Kind of pop it right up. It comes in a jar, and you just pop it right on up. And it comes from 6 inches to 6 feet. So can I come on tour with you now, huh? Sure, bud. Come on tour with us. Sell your pop-up Christmas trees. She's so excited by this idea that she collapses. She is having a tough time, so she goes to the hospital, and she tells James, oh, now you know the truth about me, and so since you know the truth about me, now I'm going to pass away soon, would you like to spend Christmas with me? And he's like, yeah, I sure would have. I wish you would have asked me before I came up with the pop-up Christmas tree, but what can you do?
Come on.
He was declined twice, and he made a whole business. Anywho, Gail can't make it to the show.
Excited I was faded.
Gail can't make it to the show tonight, so it's going to be Amanda going solo, but Travis shows up to support her. She crushes it. The next day, Gail's doing better, and she and James kiss. And Amanda and Travis agree to spend Christmas together as well with a kiss, and Gail does one last show as everybody cheers her on. And that, my friends, was Mrs. Christmas Comes to Town.
We did it.
Yep.
Brent, that synopsis gets my cream.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Also, learning something in the chat.
What's that?
Apparently, MS is a neutral title that women use to not, so that they don't have to give their marital status, just like Mr. So I thought MS was short for MISS.
I did too. IPPBI.
Yeah. So I learned something new. Here in the South, we've just not reached that level of evolution.
We haven't gotten there yet.
So now I learned something new.
There you go. I love learning new things. Hey, let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll break this movie. I'm still getting used to the desk here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Dan, I am thrilled this year that I get to once again talk about my favorite go-to gift. It's skylight frames.
No doubt about it.
It is. When I'm trying to think of gifts that I can give people, I always go to skylight frames because it is the perfect gift. To give somebody a gift that you can keep updated with pictures from an app is easy peasy. I've given one to my parents, and I constantly keep that frame updated with pictures of the grandkids. And I gave my brothers the links as well, so they can send pictures. So we're constantly keeping them updated, and it's a really nice, stylish frame. So it looks really good in the house, and it's constantly just swiping through pictures. It's amazing.
You start with your family, and you extend from there.
That's exactly right.
It's great for everyone because everybody's got family or loved ones that they want to see pictures of regularly. What better way to do that? My parents love getting new pictures of their grandkids, and they can get new pictures each and every day without having to print them and buy a frame for them each and every time. It's unbelievable what Skylight Frames has done.
Yeah, and you can't really have enough of them. And here's the good news is they have some new color options as well. They have the black, the white, the silver, and a limited edition poppy, which is an orangey red, which is nice, and a gold. And stick comes in 2 different sizes, the 10-inch or the larger 15-inch, depending on what you would like to go with. And here's the good news, Dano. Our listeners are going to get a special offer just for our listeners. It's $15 off their purchase of a skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com/deck. To get $15 off your purchase of a skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com/deck. That is skylightframe.com/deck. Get $15 off today. Nothing like going to break and getting a nice little slurp. Hey, it's time for not all the feels, actually. It's time for the hot take. This is where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back. Did you know this? 17 times over the past 1,000+ episodes we've held back.
17?
No. I know.
Who picked up on that?
I that's just the numbers that I've been given.
They were all CCB episodes.
They were somebody gave me that number. I don't know where it came from, but today's not going to be one of those days.
Not today.
Not today.
Not in your
I'm going to kick it to you, Brian.
Yep.
Brian, weirdly enough, one of the episodes that was held back was last week's, but we're not going to talk about it.
Man.
Brian, this week though, brand new week, brand new you.
This is it.
What'd you think about?
Oh boy, you got a type 5 for us?
Okay, I didn't realize I could do that.
Yeah, do it, man. Go for it.
What'd you think about Miss Christmas?
Miss Christmas
coming to town.
I really like this movie. This one snuck up on me. Did not expect to like it so much. I mean, Brendan Elliott, obviously you're getting some good stuff. Obviously. The 3 of them worked, like all 3. I cared about all 3 of them, which I didn't think that would happen. I thought there'd be some fall off on, like, usually when you got a thruple like that, somebody's getting left out. Somebody's getting left out. Like something's not going to balance. But they had a great balance.
Pig Bones in the chat? No? Okay.
That's like the bad signal. Somebody said throuple?
That's right. Yeah.
So all 3 of them worked really well. The fact that on the bus, the drinks clearly had liquid in them told me everything I needed to know. Like, they cared in this movie. They cared about it. Like, how you do anything is how you do everything. And they did the little thing of putting water on a bus. Never mind. Like, you're on a bus. The thing's going everywhere.
Yeah.
They still were like, we're committing to this. We're speed bumps, potholes, what have you. We're committed to having liquid in these cups.
What have you.
And they did it. And I think I really enjoyed it. It was hard. It wasn't that sad. Like, I was thinking this is going to be tough. Kind of like they had sad moments, but it wasn't just dragging me down. So I really liked it.
Thank you. That was good.
Yeah,
that was
didn't
good.
hold back.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I got to tell you, I thought that this was actually, if everybody remembers, and I don't like to bring up when I'm wrong, but I will.
You put this in your
I put this in my bottom 3.
That's why you do the kickoff app.
That's
exactly right.
That's what they're for.
You do kick off episodes because sometimes you'll be wrong. And I thought that this was going to be too much of a big sad for me to handle, and it wasn't. It was, obviously some sad moments, but to Brian's point, I thought everybody, the 3 main characters kicked it out of the park.
Kicked it right out.
It's actually, this is a kickball game.
Kicked out of the park.
This is a kickball game.
They were running their mouths at the ump. And kicked right out of there.
Out of here.
That's right.
Kicked right out of the park. Fantastic. I think this is going to be number 2 for me right now.
Okay.
But really liked it, and I am a big enough man to admit why I'm wrong. That's why they call me Hallmark Daddy.
Yep.
That is
Hallmark Daddy in this
man.
case was wrong. Thumbs up. Daniel?
Yeah, the plot of this movie is just preposterous. A traveling home shopping channel tour.
Yeah.
The way that they're selling things doesn't make any sense. A lot of this movie doesn't
or
hold
not
up.
selling things.
What does hold up are the performances. Yeah. I think Barbara Niven is as good as I've ever seen her. I think we've only seen a couple of those Hannah Swenson movies, and I don't really care for that character that she plays in those. And in this, she's great. Like, unbelievable. A lot of nuance there. Brennan Elliott, always great. Erica Durant's really solid in this. Those 3 really make some of the moments in this movie work when the movie as a whole is really preposterous. It didn't really hit the feels out of the park like it was going for. I felt like it was going
kick
for.
Kick it out of the park, I think.
Yeah, kick it out of the park, knock it out, whatever. I think kick is the right one. But it didn't do that. I think it was trying to pull at some heartstrings, and I didn't really get that much because I felt like they were trying to do so much and we were just supposed to buy into this tour bus home shopping tour at every small town. And that was just absurd. And so better than I thought it was going to be based solely on the performances and nothing else. I would love to see these three in like a fun comedy. I think that would be great. Didn't get me down with the big sads. Also, just I thought it was kind of like preposterous, the whole thing. So, yeah, that's right.
It's time for all the feels. We just didn't do anything for Dan, apparently.
Right.
But let's see if we have any other feels.
I have feels.
Okay, great. Feels for all of us. Brian, let's start with you.
The process of, they talked about this in the show, the movie, preparing for Christmas all year round felt just familiar. Kind of hit home a little bit. And when he sat down for makeup and hair, it's like, when are we going to get? Is that a bit budget thing? Like to get makeup and hair before we
can make a
in?
little chair in that room for sure.
That is, we've been using
with
it for nothing.
Three light bulbs there.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say anything.
Brian, you need it, and we didn't want to say it. But
you brought it up.
Everybody would.
We've been waiting
benefit.
for this moment. Yes.
The rising tide raises all
ships.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the real moment was when she gave her goodbye for me Christmas Eve. I thought that really worked. That was well done, and it was kind of like the way that she didn't announce what was happening with her. I like that. It wasn't like, I'm dying. And then you obviously get the flood of emotion of everybody feeling bad for you. I like that she kept it quiet and she stepped away, and it worked. I thought she did a good job with her announcement.
Yeah. I had obviously all those feels, and they're wonderful. I had.
Thank you.
Come.
Obviously, your thing's fine, but let's move along.
Do you guys? Decky Award winner Avery Peters?
Yes.
Yeah.
We love her. She's the best kid actor on the network. And we're having an event, and they call up an Avery Peters to the stage, and I'm like, Avery's in this movie? She's gonna get to play herself. This is gonna be great. No, it's another kid. I don't care about that kid. It was very like, oh, Avery's here. Oh, no, she's not, feels, and I didn't like that. If you're going to bring up like that'd
One
be
of
like
the most famous Hallmark child actors.
That'd be like equivalent, and I'm not trying to. That'd be like saying, "Hey, Matt Damon, you won a prize," and then Brian walks up.
That's right.
And you're like, Damon. I'm sure that guy's fine. He's not Matt Damon though. So just
Avery
do your
Peters,
homework.
Matt Damon, same thing.
Same thing in their world.
In their world.
Avery Peters is to Hallmark child actors as Matt Damon is to
Hollywood actors.
That's exactly right. And I think anybody would agree. She's a multi-Decky Award winner. So. Pretty big deal. And I was disappointed. Although I'm sure that other kid is as well. But yeah, kid, you're
playing Avery Peters.
Disappointed.
Did fine, but disappointed.
Disappointed. Yes.
You were a disappointment.
You were personally a disappointment.
You were a disappointment.
Dan.
Yeah, so there's a mid-movie kiss in this movie, and that's all well and good. And then they finish kissing, and I realized something. It was like they both live right now on that tour bus.
Yes.
And so they're like, all right, I'll see you later. And she walks towards the bus, and I thought they were just going to let it go and it was going to be a wait what. But instead they do a really funny bit where she gets there and he realizes I've got to go in there, and then they do a whole back and forth that was really awkward, fun. Funny. And I really enjoyed that. Like, I really enjoyed that little bit of like comedic like element to this movie. And those two, Durance and Elliot, did a great job of that scene.
When you're living on the bus as a throuple, it gets confusing. Yeah. When you're saying goodnight to each other, because it's like,
I don't think we're using that word correctly, but I'm gonna let you go ahead.
That's how I've heard it.
Okay, great.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we will break this movie down a little bit more with the way what and the what the Hallmark, plus a fighting chance with Vic Webster here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Dan, it's a busy time of the year for us, and one of the first things to kind of fall by the wayside is making healthy meals. I get home and I'm like, I don't want to do this today. Let's just go through the drive-thru, do something quick.
Yeah.
And that's why I was thrilled to find out about Factor. Now, Factor is so dang easy. I can have a meal for myself in 2 minutes. And you might be saying, how is that possible? I've had like microwave meals in the past, and they've all been hot garbage.
Yeah.
The word used around my house when talking about Factor was fresh. The meals in 2 minutes out of the microwave somehow tasted like they were created by a chef right in my kitchen. They were so good. And here's the thing. Every week there's over 35 options for you to choose when it comes to your Factor meals, and you can change them however you like to help create a healthy lifestyle, and also help give you some fresh, never frozen meals for you to have.
How are they with the allergies?
They're good. They're good. My wife's gluten-free. I got a chef's pack or whatever. They kind of picked them for us, but they were all somehow gluten-free. I don't really know how it happened, but it was wonderful. There's keto options. There's you can get protein plus, where they give you a little extra protein in there. And one of the things I was most surprised of, Dan, is they sent along, when they sent us some goodies, they sent us some juice. Factor makes juice.
Wow.
I had one. Delicious. And I'm not a big juice guy. This was all veggie, all yummy. It was delicious.
Sounds
I had
like a
it.
Game changer.
It was delicious. I know what I'm doing this holiday season to kind of help me continue to stay healthy while also, eating yummy, because it doesn't have to be yucky. Head to factormeals.com/DTH50 and use the code DTH50 to get 50% off. That is code DTH50 at factormeals.com/DTH50 to get 50% off today. Hello. It is us. We're back. We're talking about Miss Christmas Comes to Town. Let's get to the way what is, where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? And I'll start with Brian. Brian, what you waiting and what you wasn't?
So I think you call it preposterous, just the whole thing that they were doing, the tour.
Yes.
And it is. The fact that they whipped up a wrapped bus overnight, 7 cities
Getting
booked,
it real quick.
posters printed. I mean, they put that together so fast.
And apparently she planned it all herself, too.
Yeah,
she's
she didn't really tell anybody.
We're leaving in 2 days.
We left in 2019 and went to Kansas City, Chicago, Milwaukee, Atlanta, and it felt like the world to get that done. They did this overnight, and they took a bus.
And no one ever asked us if we wanted a skinned bus.
No,
they didn't even ask us.
Didn't ask. Could you please, just a chunk of skin bus.
Skin that
Wrap it
bus.
up with some
skin that bus.
That's right. And so that was you have to look past it. Yeah. Maybe they're a big network. Maybe they've done this before. Maybe it's not a big deal, but it was just a little weird. And when they're on tour, the green room, the tents that they had set up, right? The green room. They had these tents that were their green rooms. They were phenomenally decorated and Christmas trees, lights. And then she said at one point they're in the green room and she's like, we're leaving tonight. It's why did you set up a whole tent city?
You gotta set the aesthetic that you're looking for on the inside when you're going outside.
That's true. You do have to do that. I was, and also the whole time they're doing this, I was a little concerned at how close to Christmas this is all happening, because they're still saying you can order this stuff and it'll get to you, and they're a week out, if that, maybe a little bit more than a week. They're so close to Christmas to be saying we're going to get this stuff to you. And you know when she passed out of excitement, as Bram mentioned, I feel like word would have got around that she passed out in public.
In public, exactly.
And they play it off
and to that point, I was thinking she's not there on that one live show.
Yeah.
There's the second to last live show, and she's saying she's retiring. She's not there because she's in the North Pole.
Right.
Everyone's putting that together. Right.
So easy to
Everybody's
figure out.
I think she's not doing well.
Right.
I think that might be why she's retiring.
Yeah. So that was just, people would have figured that out. And the last one was, she said that she became Miss Christmas because she's known for giving the best gifts.
Yeah.
And then the gift she gives Ms. Holiday was just a charm bracelet. That she can add charms to the lamest of all lame gifts.
It's no blessing bracelet.
No, it's no blessing bracelet.
Of course not. It doesn't have any magical powers or anything.
No,
it's just a charm bracelet.
Doesn't even light up. So, I was just oh, come on, Miss Christmas. I know you're on your way out and everything, but let's go out on a high note.
That's right. Can we try?
Yeah.
So at the first or second event, I don't even remember, she's doing a quiz, as one does on shopping networks. And it's like, hey, who was this? And luckily for her and everybody else around, only one person in the crowd knows the answer to each question. So it's that makes it good when you don't have any rules on how to answer. When the rules are just yell out when you know it, it is super nice when only one person knows the answer, because then it's like, but if it's like a normal trivia, everyone's yelling out and then it's a mess. So luckily for her, since she didn't really have any really guidelines there, that's really great. At one of the events, there's some signs, and one of the signs someone's holding up says, "It's magic time." This is a phrase of hers.
Like Orlando?
I know.
From the guy that brought you "Tennis is my jam" comes, it's magic time. That's right.
What are you doing tonight? I'm going to a live taping of like a QVC. I'm making a sign that says "It's magic time." Can I ask why? You may not.
You may not.
No question.
Those that get it, get it.
That's right.
Last but not least, you might have picked it up in my synopsis, but what is this pop-up Christmas tree? This guy was rejected not once, not twice, but thrice times. And he says, I gotta come up with something. So what he comes up with is pop-up Christmas tree, and it's cute. Like he brings it in like one of those little cookie tins that you get at Christmas. You pop it up and it's nice. Very cool. I'm like, okay, this is cute. And he's like, this is for people that are on the road, on the go,
need a little
no
Christmas.
problem. And then he drops this humdinger. It comes anywhere from what you see here in 6 inches to 6 feet.
That's right.
Are the 6 feet coming in a 6'10"? What is this? And you can't take that on the road. That's harder to lug around than a tree.
It seems like they threw that 6 feet thing in there and they didn't realize how stupid it was.
6 inches to 6 feet. Really just something about that made me giggle and giggle real good. But shout out to my guy for not giving up.
Dana? Never give up.
There's a scene where Brennan Elliott joins Barbara Niven in the craft services tent, and she says and pats his arm like this, "You stay away from those pastries." Why? Why are you saying that to Brennan Elliott? What did he do to the pastries?
That suit can't be taken out anymore.
Dude, you can't do that to him. Maybe he wants come on. Brennan can't have a pastry? No. He's literally keeping you alive. Like, he can't have one pastry.
Well, maybe that's why.
Stay away from those pastries.
Eat healthy while you're out here on tour taking
Brennan
care
Elliott,
of Poor guy.
Just this guy had one too many pastries, apparently, according to Barbara Niven. This tour is a joke. But the fact that they're selling something different in each town makes less sense when you know that they're shipping it. Like, they do these donuts and they try the donuts and they look stale, and then you hear you can buy the donuts and they're going to ship them out. How awful are those donuts going to taste, guys? Like, not a good idea. And then at one point, at one stop, she's giving away 500 of these little gift wrap boxes that have a candy cane code in them. Yeah. And that code is good for anything from the Miss Christmas site. That's a gift card, guys. That's all that is. The woman that's supposed to be able to pick out the perfect gift is selling you a gift card.
Well, it's not it's free.
But she's giving away gift cards. That's right. That's the gift she's chosen to give herself, is a gift card. The woman that picks out the perfect gift is like, you know what you need? A gift card.
How's the QR code related to any of it?
You scan that and you can pick out anything that's free. It goes in your cart. Yeah.
That's great.
During some of the televised shows, there's a banner that runs along the bottom. Everything is 60% off, but only for seniors. And I just have a question. How are they proving, if you're calling in to order something, at what point does age enter in the conversation? At what point, when you're taking your credit card information and your address, do they go, are you 65 or older? Like, at what point do you, and if you're not 65, why not ask for that discount? It's 60% off. It's
worth a shot.
They just randomly pop in, like, can you fill in the blank, leave it to... You're a senior.
Of course.
Answered Beaver.
2 more real quick. One, at one point, she says, Erica Durance looks at Barbara Niven and says, you know what they say, you can retire, but you can't retire from being incredible. Who says that? Mm-hmm. When did that become a famous saying? I've never heard it before.
Because you're not incredible.
Yeah, you
Maybe only incredible people get
either.
that.
The fact that you don't know that saying says a lot.
A lot about
she
you.
meant to say, you know what I say, not you know what they say. But the biggest weight one of this movie is Brennan Elliott's character. He's a nurse who is lying to Erica Durance that he's the company owner's godson and wants to check out the business. And during that lying process, he tells her, I'm in I do one job, but I really haven't found my passion. And then come to find out that part wasn't a lie. He's just studied how to be a nurse, something that takes a lot of time and effort to do. And then he's been a nurse. In the meantime, while he's looking for his career in broadcast journalism, I guess, we find out as the movie goes along that this guy has gone from nurse to host, and that's what he really wants to do.
He realized
it.
What?
My question related to that is, how fast did he become a nurse? Because he says the reason why he became a nurse in the first place was to help care for his mom. So his mom got sick.
Yeah.
He went through all of nursing school. Mom was still alive. He became a nurse. Then mom died.
Wasn't he in the an army in the nurse?
An army in the nurse.
An army in the nurse army.
The nurse needs good armies, and it's an underserved.
You don't talk about. You don't see commercials for the nurse army.
You don't see nurse commercials.
I feel like he said he was an army nurse.
An army.
And maybe you come out of that, and you're like, I got a few more things I have to pass to become.
But what's wild is that's a lot of work to do when you secretly want to host a home shopping Christmas.
He didn't know that until he did it. It was
so we're to understand that after Barbara Niven finishes this tour of life, that Brennan is gonna,
after Brennan kills another one of his patients,
Brennan is going to leave nursing and take up hosting things.
Yep.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Suspicious, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it,
a little bit. This could be a.
That would be like someone leaving Principaling and hosting a show about Hallmark.
Who would do that?
Who would do that?
And it would be like if I did that and said the whole time I was in education for 17 years, I was just looking for my calling.
Yeah.
That would be what that would be like.
And then I found it.
Yeah.
Here, right now.
And you hear your family.
That's exactly right. It's time for What the Hallmark Story. I wonder what could have been, maybe having get some clarity to any questions that we still have. Lots of questions still out there. Brian, what are you still wondering about? What's keeping you up at night?
From right when the movie started, my main question was, would you do this too? Would you tell if you knew you were going to die, would you tell anybody? But then at the very end of the movie, I got a brand new at the Hallmark.
I was about to say, we're going to get real serious here.
Yeah, it is. But my other one was, when she was in the hospital, she opened up her laptop and she had a direct feed into the production thing, whatever. She could watch the production feed, but also communicate with the in-ear monitors that she was wearing. Can that really happen? Can that happen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody on a laptop can talk to the person live? Okay.
Yeah, how do you think we appeared on Good Morning America?
But from remote? A laptop in a hospital, she wasn't in any production capacity.
She had a Bluetooth in.
Yeah, but she didn't. I'm just saying she could just VPN in there. All right. It seemed like a lot of access for somebody to be able to have. Too much perspective.
Yeah.
So that one overtook my question about if you had a clock, would you tell people? So we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
My answer is no.
Same here.
Yeah, wouldn't.
Dino's like, yes, immediately. I would tell everybody. I'm like, not a single person would know.
I would drop hints like I'm Taylor Swift.
You put out secret songs about.
Yeah. Mine is the holiday shopping channel.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, holiday implies multiple different holidays. So all throughout the year, they're very specific to upcoming holidays. There are some dead spots in there, but whatever. So, but there's a Miss Christmas. Does that mean, is there a Mr. Easter? Is there a, by the way, his name is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Is there, is there a Cupid that's in a diaper selling Valentine's goodies? How deep does this go? Or is it just Miss Christmas? That's the only, because it's Miss Christmas. Now her whole gaggle of other hosts, Miss Holiday, and which, by the way, I guess she can just do all of them.
Yeah.
And Mr. Winter, he is only winter holidays. So how does that all shake out? Does everybody on this network have some sort of name that really just puts him in a box and they can only handle one situation? Dano.
So the chat is ahead of me here. Bramble Jam Plus, you can join in the chat and watch these live, but the chat is ahead of me, all like going, why have they not mentioned Brennan Elliott's hair? My first note for this movie is Brennan's hair WTF. That is all it says. And
What,
early
the
in
fire?
this, what in the fire? Exactly. Early in this movie, he has what I can only.
The fire? That was my impression. The fire?
That's really good.
Right?
That's a good Southern
Like
Belle.
you pulled a warm drink out of the fridge.
Yeah, you're crushing it today, man. It's so much better than last week, or last year for that matter.
Why is he so high pitched?
You missed it. It's a thing we did in the office.
It was
He did a low one, and I was like, "Is that me?" And so now he does a really high pitched voice for me. Go ahead, one more.
The fire?
Yeah, it was perfect. It sounds just like me, man. It's like there's two Dans in
All right,
here.
I'm going to close my eyes. One of you say fire, and then the other one.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, well, now I know. Guys, mix it up. Decide. You guys talk to each other. I'll say, are you ready? Here we go.
The fire?
Get to the chopper.
Whoa. Arnold's
Good
here.
luck.
Yeah,
Arnie's here.
hello.
I didn't know. That was rigged. That was rigged.
Layered. That impression's so good.
Sheesh.
Should get paid the big bucks for that.
Yeah, man. That was wild.
Brennan's hair's crazy.
Get to the
At the beginning of this movie, yeah, exactly. That's me doing a rig. I see what you did there.
Doing an Arnie.
At the beginning of this movie, Brennan's hair has what I can only describe as a rat on it. They decided that since they wanted to clean him up, to make him look completely like unpresentable, to just put someone else's hair on top of his hair. Like, it's clearly, I'd love to have him on the show just to ask about it once the actor strike is over. But this is ridiculous. Like, you may as well just go full wig. It was a weird bit. The back of his hair looked, and I don't know if it was played for laughs or they just went 2 clicks too far with the fake hair, but it was a mess, and it was so distracting in this movie.
Good.
And then he goes in for a haircut, and of course he cleans up great because they just took all that stuff off of his head. Is all they did. Yeah. And it was hard to look anywhere else at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like they tried to make him ugly, but it's just not possible.
No,
it's
you
Brennan Elliott. It's like, what are we supposed to do? We did, everybody. Congratulations. You might be wondering, it sounded like some people fell down in this movie.
Yeah.
Was that fight related? Were there any fights?
Yeah.
We're not smart enough, wise enough, have enough insight in order to
but
tell
we
you that.
have an expert.
Victor Webster's here to let us know if there was any fights in this movie. It's time for Fighting Chance with Vic Webster.
Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Was the fighting in the movie? Did someone get hurt? It's a fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Now that was full of no action.
A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Close one.
I thought it was going
this was
one
the
way.
week.
It went the other way.
We'll see how it goes next time. Until then, maybe we're the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a Bramble Jam podcast. It's produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here in the old studio. Thanks for listening or don't listen. It's really up to you at this point. It's at the end of the show. I mean, you're listening to me. Hi. But here they come. I promise they're coming. Yep, here they are. Happy day.
Join us at Starbucks for the most magical time of the year, when we don red aprons and handcraft delicious holiday drinks in our festive red cups that help get you in the holiday spirit. Stop into a Starbucks and taste the magic for yourself.
The best holiday ever is officially underway at Bloomingdale's, where you'll discover the most exciting and unique gifts around. The kind of presents that you can't wait to give because they're just that good. So, no matter whom you're shopping for, even your sister who has practically everything, you'll find hundreds of picks that deliver on the promise of the best holiday ever right now at Bloomingdale's.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's Best Eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's Best Eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Wayfair is ready to make your holiday season even more joyful. Shop all things home for you and everyone on your gift list. With an incredible selection of furniture, decor, and more. All with an amazing value that'll make this holiday season the best one yet. And right now, Wayfair is turning up the savings even more with huge deals and sales. Plus, thousands of items ship fast and free. Head to Wayfair.com or download the Wayfair app in the App Store to shop the latest limited deals so you can deck it all.
Ready to pop the question? The jewelers at BlueNile.com have got sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds, and they're ready to ship to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off. BlueNile.com.
Join us at Starbucks for the most magical time of the year, when we don red aprons and handcraft delicious holiday drinks in our festive red cups that help get you in the holiday spirit. Stop into a Starbucks and taste the magic for yourself.
The best holiday ever is officially underway at Bloomingdale's, where you'll discover the most exciting and unique gifts around. The kind of presents that you can't wait to give because they're just that good. So, no matter whom you're shopping for, even your sister who has practically everything, you'll find hundreds of picks that deliver on the promise of the best holiday ever right now at Bloomingdale's.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's Best Eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's Best Eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Wayfair is ready to make your holiday season even more joyful. Shop all things home for you and everyone on your gift list. With an incredible selection of furniture, decor, and more. All with an amazing value that'll make this holiday season the best one yet. And right now, Wayfair is turning up the savings even more with huge deals and sales. Plus, thousands of items ship fast and free. Head to Wayfair.com or download the Wayfair app in the App Store to shop the latest limited deals so you can deck it all.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code WELCOME.
Join us at Starbucks for the most magical time of the year, when we don red aprons and handcraft delicious holiday drinks in our festive red cups that help get you in the holiday spirit. Stop into a Starbucks and taste the magic for yourself.
The best holiday ever is officially underway at Bloomingdale's, where you'll discover the most exciting and unique gifts around. The kind of presents that you can't wait to give because they're just that good. So, no matter whom you're shopping for, even your sister who has practically everything, you'll find hundreds of picks that deliver on the promise of the best holiday ever right now at Bloomingdale's.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Wayfair is ready to make your holiday season even more joyful. Shop all things home for you and everyone on your gift list. With an incredible selection of furniture, decor, and more. All with an amazing value that'll make this holiday season the best one yet. And right now, Wayfair is turning up the savings even more with huge deals and sales. Plus, thousands of items ship fast and free. Head to Wayfair.com or download the Wayfair app in the App Store to shop the latest limited deals so you can deck it all.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code WELCOME.
The best holiday ever is officially underway at Bloomingdale's, where you'll discover the most exciting and unique gifts around. The kind of presents that you can't wait to give because they're just that good. So, no matter whom you're shopping for, even your sister who has practically everything, you'll find hundreds of picks that deliver on the promise of the best holiday ever right now at Bloomingdale's.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Wayfair is ready to make your holiday season even more joyful. Shop all things home for you and everyone on your gift list. With an incredible selection of furniture, decor, and more. All with an amazing value that'll make this holiday season the best one yet. And right now, Wayfair is turning up the savings even more with huge deals and sales. Plus, thousands of items ship fast and free. Head to Wayfair.com or download the Wayfair app in the App Store to shop the latest limited deals so you can deck it all.